There's one specific way to exercise that lowers visceral fat and blood sugar at the same time. Not cardio alone, not just lifting weights, a specific combination done in a specific order that sends a signal to your cells that diet alone can never replicate. Here's exactly what it is. Number one, resistance training combined with HIIT, high intensity interval training, done as a finisher on the same session. And number two, zone 2 training, also known as low intensity steady state movement, done separately to build the foundation that makes everything else work properly. That right there is the combination. 2 to 3 sessions per week, about 40 to 50 minutes each. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do both in the right order so you get the best possible blood sugar results. But before I do, you need to understand what is actually happening inside of your muscle cells when you exercise. Because once you get this, the whole thing clicks into place. And you will never think about exercise and blood sugar the same way. So if you're exercising consistently but your blood sugar won't come down, or if your A1C keeps creeping up and you want a solution that doesn't start and end with medication, or if you've been grinding through cardio sessions but the needle just isn't moving, stay with me because this is going to change everything. Let's get right into it. Inside of your muscle cells, there's a constant conversation happening. How much energy do we have? How fast are we burning it? How much stress is coming in? The master coordinator of that conversation is something called PGC1 alpha. Think of it as the CEO of your mitochondria, the energy producing factories of every cell. When it gets the right signal, it quite literally instructs your body to build more mitochondria, to become more efficient at burning fat, and to improve how your cells respond to insulin. Here's a critical thing. Your mitochondria don't adapt just because you exercise. They adapt because they sense the right kind of stress. And different types of exercise send different types of signals. Understanding which signal does what changes everything when it comes to how you approach your training for blood sugar control. High intensity interval training, HIIT, and lower intensity steady state movement, or zone 2, they are not competitors. They are complements, but they work through completely different mechanisms. And most people are doing one without the other and missing most of the benefit. Movement number 1, resistance training plus HIIT. This is the combination that moves the needle the fastest. Let me tell you what I see repeatedly with clients that have insulin resistance. The ones who only do cardio see modest improvements. The ones who add resistance training start to see the real change. And the ones who finish the resistance session with a short HIIT block, that's when the numbers really move consistently. It happens without fail. Here's why. And I want to explain the mechanism because once you understand it, you're never going to see exercise the same way. When you do resistance training, your muscles are contracting hard and repeatedly. That contraction triggers something remarkable. The activation of GLUT4 transporters, which are like little boats that love sucking up glucose from the bloodstream. Normally, they sit dormant inside your muscle cells. But when you activate your muscles through movement, they translocate to the outermost layer of the cell membrane and they facilitate the diffusion of glucose from the bloodstream and into the cell. That's known as contraction-mediated glucose uptake. And it's one of the most powerful blood sugar tools that you have access to. Now, you finished your resistance session. 30 to 40 minutes of full body movements, squats, rows, lunges, presses, and then immediately go into HIIT. And here is why that order matters. If you do HIIT first, you deplete your glycogen stores and elevate your cortisol levels before you start lifting. That right there impairs muscle protein synthesis and it reduces the quality of your strength training session. The interference effect is well documented. But if you lift first with full glycogen, full strength, and then you finish with HIIT, with high intensity interval training, then you're stacking two positive signals on top of each other. The resistance training has already activated GLUT4 and created a glucose uptake window. The HIIT then amplifies that signal by activating AMPK, your cell's master metabolic switch, extending the glucose clearing effect and triggering the mitochondrial adaptations that improve insulin sensitivity for the next 24 to 48 hours and even 72 hours after exercise. I hope you realize how powerful that is. A 2022 systematic review and meta-analysis published in Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice analyzed the effects of high-intensity interval training on glucose metabolism in people with diabetes. HIIT significantly improved fasting glucose, HbA1c, and cardiorespiratory fitness, confirming it as one of the most powerful tools that we have to improve your blood sugar levels. So this is the combination: resistance training first and HIIT right after, 2 to 3 times per week. That is the protocol. Here's what HIIT looks like in practice: 20 minutes maximum, 30 seconds of intense effort like marching in place, assault bike, jumping rope, stair sprints, followed by 90 seconds of full recovery. 5 to 6 rounds and you're done. Intensity matters far more than duration. Now, HIIT and resistance training are building the ceiling of your metabolic capacity. But without a good foundation underneath them, that ceiling is unstable. That's exactly what Zone 2 training builds. And it works on a completely different mechanism. So, movement number 2. Zone 2 training, the foundation that makes everything else work. Zone 2 is low intensity, steady state movement. Walking, easy cycling, a light jog, basically exercise where you can still hold a full conversation. It doesn't create dramatic stress spikes. Instead, it creates a persistent, calm metabolic demand that teaches your mitochondria to operate efficiently under load. It improves fat oxidation by practicing it directly. It lowers resting cortisol, and it improves your nervous system's ability to recover between your harder sessions. For visceral fat specifically, the fat that makes insulin resistance worse, Zone 2 is where fat oxidation happens. HIIT, high-intensity training, mobilizes fat. Zone 2 burns it. You need both sides of the equation. The most important Zone 2 tool that you have is post-meal walking. 10 to 15 minutes after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, every single day. A 2017 randomized crossover study published in Diabetology and Metabolic Syndrome showed that 15-minute post-meal walks were more effective at lowering post-meal blood sugar and improving HbA1c than a single 45-minute workout done at any other time of the day. Same total movement time, completely different metabolic result because of timing. And here's why. Right after eating, glucose starts entering your bloodstream from that meal. If you move immediately, those GLUT4 transporters translocate to the muscle membrane, the loading docks move to the surface basically, and glucose gets pulled directly. You intercept the spike before it even begins to build. Now, before I get into how to structure your week, I want to address something that most people doing this work are completely missing. And also what I started recommending to every client that ran into this specific issue. So here's the problem that I was running into with most clients that were doing this work that I'm describing in this video. They were being consistent with resistance training, HIIT, zone 2, everything. The training was right, the eating was improving, but when they stepped on a regular scale, the number barely moved. And of course, they got discouraged. But what was actually happening is that they were losing visceral fat while building muscle at the same time. The scale couldn't show that. It was lying to them. And that's the reason why I now recommend the HIIT pod to everyone who is serious about tracking their metabolic progress. The HIIT pod is a portable body analyzer, and here's what makes it genuinely different. A regular scale only reads the lower half of your body and estimates the rest. The HIIT pod uses 8 frequency sensors to measure your full body, torso, arms, and legs at 98% accuracy. That's on par with the in-body machines that cost $20,000 at the gym, but with this one, you can do it at home, and it tracks over 40 health metrics. The two that matter the most for insulin resistance is muscle mass and visceral fat. Visceral fat is the primary driver of insulin resistance. As it comes down, insulin sensitivity goes up. Muscle mass is your glucose storage system. Every pound you add is more capacity to clear blood sugar after every meal. These two numbers tell you whether what you are doing is actually working. A regular scale cannot tell you that. And this matters especially if you or someone you know is on a GLP-1 medication, such as Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. These medications cause significant weight loss, but research has shown that the majority of the weight is coming from muscle instead of fat. Losing muscle worsens insulin sensitivity in the long run. Now, the HIIT pod tells you exactly what you are losing. This way, you can adjust your training and protein intake in real time so you can prevent this issue. The app also delivers AI-powered personalized insights based on your body composition, sleep, and activity data. You're not just getting numbers, you're getting direction. The link to get the HIIT pod is below this video. The HIIT pod is HSA and FSA eligible. So if you have one of those accounts, it can be fully covered by your health insurance. My discount code, which is valid for the next 7 days, stacks up on top of their current sale to give you up to 50% off the HIIT pod. Again, link and code are below this video in the description. Okay, now let's get into how to structure your week. Here's exactly how I lay it out for clients. Number 1, your daily non-negotiable post-meal walks, 10 to 15 minutes after lunch and dinner. Every day, this is your baseline and it controls post-meal glucose in real time. Ideally, you would be doing it after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I know most people can only manage 1 or 2 sessions per day, and that's totally fine. Number 2, 2 to 3 times per week, you're gonna have your main sessions. Resistance training first, 30 to 40 minutes, full body, squats, rows, lunges, presses. You can use weights, resistance bands, or body weight. And then immediately you're gonna go into HIIT, high intensity interval training for 15 to 20 minutes maximum. 30 seconds on, 90 seconds full recovery, 5 to 7 rounds. Total session time, about 50 minutes. That's it. If you need help on how to perform these exercises, I have the right video for you. Go ahead and click right here to watch me do these workouts, and you're gonna learn how to do it at home, or if you have a gym, you can do it at the gym as well. Now, the weekly structure is a little bit different, but the concept and principles still apply. If you're a beginner, 2 to 3 sessions per week is enough. I want to be direct with you here because I see a lot of people in the blood sugar space saying that you have to train hard daily to see results. Overdoing intensity consistently actually raises cortisol levels. And elevated cortisol signals your liver to secrete and overproduce glucose. So yeah, you can literally undo the metabolic benefits of exercise by doing it too much. Consistency with your 2 to 3 sessions per week is all you need. To recap this whole video, number 1, HIIT doubles GLUT4 expression. Those transporters translocate to the muscle cell surface and pull glucose from your bloodstream directly without needing insulin. Muscles, quite literally, become glucose vacuums. Number 2, do resistance training first, then HIIT as a finisher. This order protects muscle adaptation and stacks 2 powerful metabolic signals back to back. Number 3, 2 to 3 combined sessions per week is enough. More is not better, and chronic overtraining raises cortisol, which actively raises blood sugar. Number 4, zone 2 builds the foundation: fat oxidation, cortisol regulation, recovery capacity. Post-meal walks are your minimum daily baseline. Number 5, timing matters. Hard training earlier in the day, zone 2 and walks in the afternoon and evening. You're training hormones, not just muscles. Number 6, track visceral fat and muscle mass, not just weight. These are 2 numbers that actually reflect insulin resistance progress. The HumePod will help you with this. Link is in the description below. Number 7, if you are on a GLP-1 medication, resistance training and tracking muscle mass is critical. Rapid weight loss often includes significant muscle loss. Now, to finish this video, go ahead and comment guide below and I'll send you our free ultimate blueprint for perfect fasting blood sugar. It contains 3 7-day meal plans, high in fiber, low in saturated fat. Do this consistently and you're going to see some fantastic results on your blood sugar levels. It's completely free. Comment guide below. If you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and continue learning from our free information on how to reverse the root cause of high blood sugar problems. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.